My parents turned every one of my birthdays into my younger sister's party for 8 years straight. Now our whole family finally realizes what a spoiled monster she became and called out my parents for being terrible. I just turned 18 and moved out from my parents' place not too long ago. My sister is 10 years younger than me. She wasn't planned and almost didn't survive being born. I don't know many of the details of how rough my mother's second pregnancy was, since I was never told much. But I do know that it was so hard on her body that my mother could no longer have kids after my sister was born. She was in and out of the hospital repeatedly that year. My mother's health deteriorated rapidly during those months. The doctors warned us to prepare for the worst. From age 11 onward, my celebrations became shared events where candles were blown out twice and presents appeared for both children. My protests fell on deaf ears as this pattern solidified year after year. Birthday venues catered to toddler preferences rather than teenage interests. My personal space became negotiable territory unless I installed locks, which sparked battles over privacy and boundaries. The babysitters they hired rarely lasted long, unable to manage the demanding behavior that had been cultivated through years of indulgence. During high school, I focused on academics and work, counting days until freedom, while my parents remained oblivious to the growing rift between us. Graduation brought no recognition of my achievements, only another celebration hijacked by someone else's preferences. Everything culminated on my 18th birthday at a children's restaurant where a pink frosted cake appeared with only 10 candles, positioned for my sister to extinguish. Years of suppressed frustration erupted into tears and accusations that shocked the extended family into finally acknowledging what they'd witnessed but ignored. The confrontation exposed the depth of parental favoritism and forced long overdue apologies, though words couldn't repair 8 years of erasure. My grandparents arranged a proper celebration the following weekend, complete with a restored Volvo they'd prepared as my independence gift. My sister's reaction to losing her central position manifested in screams and destruction, including smashing the phone meant for me. The family's intervention marked a turning point, though healing would require distance and time. A year later, updates revealed my sister's placement in boarding school had spiraled into increasingly desperate attempts at manipulation, from hunger strikes to self-harm that resulted in serious injuries and psychiatric commitment. My mother's enabling had roots in her own untreated trauma, leading to a violent confrontation with my father that landed her in treatment as well. Their marriage strained under the weight of confronting their failures. My 19th birthday demonstrated little progress as my sister attempted to recreate my previous year's breakdown, believing tantrums would restore her position. The ward where she now resides provides structure without enabling, though change remains uncertain given the depth of her conditioned entitlement. My father revealed her possessive mindset extends beyond birthdays to anything I have or achieve. Both parents now undergo therapy, with my mother managing medication that leaves her subdued but stable. I've established independence despite the challenges of adulting on a budget, choosing to celebrate my birthday on the anniversary of the belated party rather than the original date forever tainted by memories. Returning to document these events has unexpectedly triggered stress responses I thought were resolved, sending me searching for affordable counseling to process the lasting impact of a childhood spent invisible in my own home. I started looking into therapy options, knowing that healing would take time and wouldn't come cheap.